Hey guys, welcome back to 5nothing100nothing.com. I am Fugget, the fittest underdog guru using intelligent tactics. And today, guys, I have a little insider story for you. It's going back in the time machine and taking you back to 2011, which for some of you silver foxes like myself, seems like it was yesterday. And to you youngins, you 20 and 30 somethings, that might seem like eons ago, but it goes by fast. I know you're tired of us old bags of lumps of coal talking like that, but it's true. It's damn true, as Kurt Angle would say. All right, guys. The lesson in this is I'll leave that for the end, but it's a funny story. And let's go back to 2011, and I'm on the set of MTVs. I Used to Be Fat, and we're filming the Tara episode, okay? Tara Wilson, a girl from Flint, Michigan. And so here I am in like the Novi area, which is approximately hour and a half north from where I'm at. So we'd go up there to do tapings, and the other days when we had a non-shoot day or a non-filming day, she and Kirsten Selly would come from Flint to train with me in preparation for the final weigh-ins or the next weigh-in or the next shoot, whatever. So it was a wild ride. And I'll tell you a true story where there was a time in the shooting where we were shooting for about 12 hours one day, and it was in the thick of summer. You know, it's very humid that summer, and it was a long day. We shot. The producers, I think it was Mary Pritchett was the executive producer or the field producer that day. I'll tag her in the video and she'll correct me, hopefully in the comments if I'm wrong. And congratulations, she just got married recently. But anyways, we had shot her workout, filmed her workout in a field, in like a park somewhere. So we're using bands and benches and all kinds of stuff, and it was humid and hot. It was just a long day, and I had forgot my lunch that day, and we were shooting so much, and there were so many things to do. I was still running my personal training business. I was still teaching as adjunct faculty at a college, and I was also doing consulting, home training, and corporate fitness consulting. So I was like killing it, right? 80 hours a week plus. It's a blur, and I was running on empty and or caffeine at the time. So we had shot all day, and we wrapped around 5, 6 o'clock or so. And all I could think about was getting the heck out of there. I had 2 days off coming up, and I was starving, and I was like, I don't care what I'm going to eat. And generally, I followed, at that time especially, I followed even beyond the 80-20 rule. I was probably 90-10 with my diet. And, you know, I wanted to look good on camera and practice what I preach and everything else. So I always packed a lunch for the 8 months of filming that we did. And I was just like, you know, Hollywood ready, so to speak. I wanted to look my best, trim. And so we'd wrapped up filming, and the only thing I could think about was right next to the freeway, there was a McDonald's. And back in my fat boy days, I would get a double quarter pounder with cheese, supersize the fries, supersize a Coke, and then I would get like a couple of hamburgers and some other things. But on this day, I was just getting the double quarter pounder with cheese, supersize the fries, extra salt, because it was so hot. I'd sweat so much all day, couldn't drink enough water, and I was driving a Ford Focus that was a total beater, that the air didn't work anymore. The air was gone on this car, and the windows would not roll down, or if they rolled down, they wouldn't come back up. So I left them up. So I was in a pressure cooker. Now what's funny is I was making so much money that I didn't even have time to go cash checks. They'd sit there for a few weeks, and some of them would expire, and I'd need a new check issued to me. So it's a funny problem, because I could have went and bought a new car, or at least you know, leased a car or something, but I was so in work mode and mission mode that I didn't even care about the car I was driving. I was like, I'll take care of that after we wrap and semester ends at school and everything else. When it slows down to 50 to 60 hours a week, that would have felt like part-time at the time. Today, I think it would kill me. But anyways, so we wrap up for the day. I'm gunning it over to McDonald's. I get all this food. Now remember, my car, windows stuck in the up position, and it's like probably 95 degrees, if memory serves me right. It was really hot, very sunny, humid as well. So I'm just eating this food, and I'm on the freeway going south, heading home, and sweating, and all that salt going in and grease. I'm like, oh, and that cold Coke. All of a sudden, my cell phone goes off. I'm like, caller ID, it's the producer. Oh, boy. This can only mean one thing. Turn around. So I pick it up. I'm like, hey, Mary. She's like, you've got to come back. She goes, the family's starting a barbecue, and it's, you know, they've just got like a ton of junk here, and they're just going to party it up tonight, and they're barbecuing on the driveway and everything. And, you know, we can get a gotcha moment of you just showing back up. Okay. Now, they want me to go in there and be like the food Nazi or the food police. But here I am now. I'm sweat soaked. I've got fry, salt, and grease on my shirt now. I'm trying to clean this stuff off. I'm looking for hand sanitizer, breath mint, or gum, anything to get rid of the evidence of my gluttony. And here I am about to turn around, go on camera, and tell them, you know, all the bad things they're doing. How could you do this? I'm like, this is pretty shitty. I'm like, not looking forward to this at all. So I turn around, I clean up. They wanted me to park like a block away, whatever. They mic'd me up, and I walked around the corner, and there they are eating barbecue and everything else and sitting in lawn chairs and all that. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? And I mean, you can go back and watch the episode. It's the MTV I Used to Be Fat season 2 with Tara, Terra. You could find that on iTunes or possibly on MTV still. I know internationally it's still on their website, on MTV's website. I know especially Australia has it. But, and that's .au if you're looking, mtv.com. I think it's /au, or maybe it's mtv.au, whatever. You'll find it. Google's your mother, remember. So anyway, so I'm walking up, and I am feeling like the biggest hypocrite in the world. You know, I just scarfed all this food down. My belly's full. I'm like bloated. I feel like, honestly, I feel amazing physically because I've got some salt and sodium back in me. But, you know, as far as being consistent with my words and actions aligning, I feel like I'm not going to be able to speak this with confidence. So I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing? Like, oh, we're having a barbecue. And, you know, and the mom is like kind of pushing my buttons a little bit because I could tell she's pissed that, you know, me and the show, whatever, did a gotcha moment on them. And she goes, yeah, we slathered, you know, the shrimp up with butter. You want some? I was like, oh, I just ate. Didn't say what, and they didn't ask, and that's good. I said, I just ate, you know, and they're like, now, granted, some of this story may not have made, you know, the cut in editing, but this is what happened. And so editing always changes everything, you know, just to tighten it up for the hour episode. But I'm like, yeah, you know, I ate and everything. And I was like, oh, you know, butter on, you know, shrimp, it's not the worst decision. It's, you know, there are some better choices. You could use olive oil, but I'm not really saying it with any authority or conviction because I'm feeling awful, you know, about what I just did. So it's really hard to be two-faced in this situation. I just feel like the camera's going to catch me. It just, I can feel, you know, the guilt oozing out of my pores, as well as, you know, toxins and sweat and salt from all that delicious McDonald's food, which I don't even really like it anymore. It's weird. I think it's an age thing more than it is a health thing. But, and then the mom tears into me because she could smell my weakness. And she's like, you gotta let loose sometimes. It's okay. You can't be perfect. Da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, and I just totally backed down. And she just chewed me out. Now, the funny thing is on camera, there was more friction than in real life. In real life, I actually liked her. And I thought she was a good woman that was doing her best. But she just, you know, like all of us, she had her demons. And, you know, it was what it was. But, yeah, true story. And I guess the lesson is, you know, there's importance, you know, of your actions and words, you know, aligning, because when you believe what you're saying and you're living what you're saying, it's going to carry a lot more weight with the people that you're trying to communicate that message to. Now, it doesn't matter if you have a platform like this or if, you know, it's just your everyday social circle and work circle, but, you know, people will talk. People will see if your words and your actions are aligning. And so if they're not, the best thing you can do for a little while is, you know, keep your mouth shut, your ears and eyes open, and work on your purpose. You know, let it be your secret mission, so to speak, and get congruent. Make sure it's congruent. Make sure it lines up when you're going to get on a soapbox and, you know, preach about, you know, and live your mission. So that's my funny story, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe. I'll talk to you again soon. More stories to come.